The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, welcome, Platinum members. I appreciate you guys jumping on today's webinar. And that's going to be a pretty neat little deal today. I'm going to try to cram in as much as I can in the hour that we have together. So I'm going to make some recommendations here. First of all, you really want to minimize your distractions, okay? Because what you're going to see today, what you're going to be exposed to, the things that we're going to talk about will absolutely help you in your business right now. Get more business, make more money. Hands-on, grassroots, marketing-oriented webinar today featuring a special guest and a special member that I'll introduce here in a little bit, but from the screenshot, you can probably guess who that is. But just a couple of housekeeping items I want to get out of the way real fast. If you have not registered for the conference, you're going to want to do that. As a matter of fact, today, let me pull up my email real fast. I can do that in real time. Let's see. I got I'm just going to throw it up on the screen. I don't want it to play right now. Okay. I got an email from Susan Gastineau, and they've got a special video update that her and Mark are going to be sending out to Platinum members as it has to deal with our exclusive networking event that we have coming up. But this is the Platinum Money Making Summit. Again, coming up April 10th, 11th, and 12th. So if you have not registered for that, you're going to want to. Establishing and growing your own paradise-like real estate business. It's just going to be a fantastic event. The number of guest speakers that I've got lined up for this event are more than I've ever had before. So you're going to be hearing from some of the best, talking about the best of the best in their own real estate businesses as well. So as well as spending the entire first day with Craig Proctor and I. So if you're missing this event, you're going to miss out, likely miss out on six-figure income that you will not be making as a result of not being there. The people that come to this event will absolutely go on to make more money over the coming year than those who choose not to. So just making that really clear. There's no secret in that at all. The commonalities are clear among the most successful members here. So whatever you got to do to get there, it is that important to your real estate business, and you need to make sure that you frame your mind that way. Oh, and come to this event with an open mind as well, because you're going to be challenged and stressed on much of what's going on. So if you haven't gone to the coaching site, you're going to want to get there and register for that. Matter of fact, I'll show you how to do that real fast. You can go to the Schedule tab, Live Meetings, click. It'll take you right into where you need to go. You can also click on the Register Now button. But be aware, pay attention. Look right here. Platinum event is April 10th, 11th, and 12th. Craig Proctor's Super Conference is 11th, 12th, and 13th. So the Platinum event, the Platinum Conference, the Money Making Summit, establishing, growing your own paradise-like real estate business, is April 10th, 11th, and 12th. Okay, let me repeat, 10th, 11th, and 12th. You see that? Okay, so if you're talking to Tina, the travel firm, make sure you get the right dates in there. That means you need to be flying in on the 9th so that you're ready to go April 10th in the morning, 9 o'clock in your seat, rip-roaring, and bring some duct tape. Keep your head from exploding. All right. So I want to make sure we get that in. And look, I want to thank you guys. This is Todd Walters, Platinum Coach, and let's get right to it. Now, on the call today, I've got a very special friend of mine and very special member, been a Platinum Program member for a while, and it's been fun watching her business grow and transform over the short while, but she's an avid rainmaker. So if you haven't met Marnie Bennett, you're going to want to make some time to get to know her, talk a little bit with her at the conference. She's a sponge and an implementer. So we're going to be taking a look at some of her marketing today and talking about her real estate business. But with that, let's go ahead and bring Marnie on. Marnie, how you doing?
Hey, Todd. Very well, thanks.
Yeah, fantastic.
Lots of snow here.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like we're out of the clear here in Atlanta. 65 degrees today and sunny, so I'm okay with that.
All righty.
All right, so listen. Tell me a little bit about your real estate business now. Now, you've been a condo queen for a long time there, selling hundreds of real estate condominiums in and around the Ottawa area. But as of late, you've been to pick up and sell and really grow the retail side, the residential sales side of your business. So give us a picture of what that looks like and why.
Well, before I met with you guys, as you know, I was mainly doing new housing, and I decided to diversify because new housing is very difficult. It really relates to the builder and your personal relationship. And I was watching, and I'd been in resale back in the early 80s, and of course it changed a lot. So I got into real estate in 2008, into resale, and I heard about Craig Proctor and yourself from other very successful agents, how great you were. And I didn't get a chance to meet with you until August 2010, and as you know, I flew a few of us down to see you in Phoenix and had a workshop. We sell a lot of real estate. We do between new homes and resale of over 600. GCI last year was $3.2 million. I've already banked $2 million already for 2014. What we're looking at is how I want to now, before my business was 70% new homes and 30% resale, and I'm now at 50-50, and my goal this year is to be 70% resale and 30% new homes. And, you know, I'm gearing, as you know, for 400 resales this year. And I've been following every single thing you've told me to do. As soon as you tell me to do it, I probably do it in 2 seconds. It's just I'm very determined this year to break different grounds. And I know it's overwhelming for people. And the more successful you are, you know, the more enemies you do get, but you have to surround yourself with successful people like yourself. And it was funny, I just had a sales meeting this morning, and I have a new agent that we brought in, a seasoned agent, and I had him listening to Craig Proctor on the calls that we were doing, you know, a callback, follow-up, and he goes, oh, my God, that man's amazing, because he'd never heard him. He goes, you guys are the real deal. He goes, Craig Proctor, Todd Walters is the real deal. He goes, you guys have done it, you've worked it. And he was absolutely blown away. And that was his first meeting with us this morning, so it was terrific.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And, yes, you do make good use of everything. Now, just for the record here, I pulled up Google, and and we talked about this at the recent Titanium meeting that you're a part of, in establishing a bigger presence online and being able to control the message. Because because you're one of the top real estate agents in Ottawa, if not all of Canada, you've got a big target on your back in a heavily regulated marketplace. So not too awful long ago, the local real estate commission there, somebody filed a complaint against you, and you had to deal with that issue, and really suffered some negative, press as a result of that. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about that ordeal? Kind of your side of the story and what happened, and how you deal with that. And then when you do that, I'll give people some backstory on Craig Proctor's real issues, if you want to call them that, with the real estate marketplace where he is, and some of my own issues. Because as you said, Marty, as your business grows and you become a dominant force in your marketplace, you will be the envy of other real estate agents. And this is an industry that is regulated. So many people will try to find ways to make you pay for the success that you're experiencing. So give us some idea of kind of what happened there, where you had to deal personally with the real estate commission, real estate board in your marketplace. What did that look like? How did it go? What was the outcome?
It was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. It happened in 2011, and as I said earlier, I work in the new home industry, and in Canada, and I think United States is the same way, a builder can hire a realtor to work on their site, or a salesperson to work on their site, and they do not have to be licensed. So builders have a privilege of being able to do that. Being that I was in the new home industry for 25 years, I did not realize, nor is it clearly written, that because I was hired to do marketing sales for builders, that I could not hire unlicensed salespeople. I thought I could hire unlicensed salespeople. So I went ahead and hired some unlicensed salespeople to work on builder sites and sold homes. I then also, because a lot of my agents, as you know, I didn't have a brokerage at the time, were not getting paid by builders. There were delays in construction, and they did not have enough money to pay their family to pay gas, to feed themselves, and asked me to pay them an advance commission personally. I did do that because I was raised, if you can help people, to help them. So long story short, I had some disgruntled agents, about 8 of them, that when they finally did get paid by the brokerage at the time, which was Keller Williams, I then asked for my money back that I lent them, and they then threatened me and said they would not pay back my loan because I should not have advanced them commissions, and they knew that it was wrong. And they also said that I had unlicensed salespeople on the site, and that was wrong. So then I said to them, you owe me, at the time they owed me over $150,000, the few of them, personally, and I said, I am not taking your threat. So they went en route, all 9 of them, to the regulatory bodies and told them all the things that I did wrong. And then because I was the #1 realtor in Ontario, which is the province, the regulatory body decided to make me the poster child and make me an example. So they went after me, charged me, and got press. I had press as the front page of every newspaper in Canada. I was on radio, every media outlet. I was on, websites. I even had these disgruntled people record argument that I had with my son about putting out the garbage, and set up a YouTube channel called 666 Marnie on YouTube, and sent it to the media and said this is how she treats her employees. Sent every builder that I worked with, sent them stuff as well. They then went after my family and reported my family that worked for me to say they were in breach. They then also did all kinds of, sent really disgusting letters to me and threats. I had to go to the police. I had to meet with detectives to set up cyberbullying. But the regulatory bodies decided to charge me because I was the big gun, and let these other guys who were also in breach of the act, they should not have received the money, and that also the people that were working on the site, again, were in breach, but the only one charged was me. And it was absolutely horrible. I lost a lot of business. I figure in total I lost $1 million. It's taken me quite a long time, a lot of hard work to build it back up. I really look back at it. I pleaded guilty to the charges. Otherwise, I would have had to go to court. And the problem is the more negative press you have, it's harder on your company. And, I mean, in the purest sense, yes, I did do something wrong. Yes, I did pay an advance commission to people directly. Yes, I did have unlicensed people selling real estate. Even though everybody else did, and everyone did the same thing, it doesn't matter. They said, I'm the one that they're picking on. So what I learned from that, as you know, I really buckled down. I really worked on my systems. I lost, I lost 12 agents, like my whole business. As you know, I had to rebuild it all entirely in 2012 and 2013. What I've learned is I am a very strong person. I've learned who to trust. I thank you and Craig. You were very supportive. And I didn't realize when you are extremely successful and you are out there in the public eye, people are evil, Todd. They just want to bring you down. And instead of improving themselves, they'd rather bring you down. Yeah,
look, there's always an element in any business and industry that if they cannot beat you at the grassroots level, they will try to bring you down. Now, in all fairness, I understand it because I've seen it around Metro Atlanta, my own marketplace, where yes, builders can hire unlicensed people and pay them commissions. They absolutely can do it. It's not regulated by the state, the Georgia Real Estate Commission. It ain't. But if a real estate agent does it, then they get in trouble for it. Now, here's the funny thing is, and my own judgment is, okay, is where buyers and sellers, where people hurt, by it, and at the end of the day, if nobody's hurt, than it's just a regulation issue. Because I understand, the government has to somehow, if they're going to regulate it, they got to follow the money. So they just want to follow it through one brokerage account versus multiple salespeople's accounts. So I understand that issue. But look, you got it worked out. You paid a fine, and you moved on. So the story to me in this whole thing is that you did that. So what I like about you is that you said, yeah, this is what we were doing. You worked with those guys in the end. You paid the fine, plus some additional court cost in it all, and then you just moved on. And the funny thing is that is probably going to benefit you more than anything else will, because now we'll put it this way, I believe that you'll have a better business than everybody does for it. So I'll give you an example of Craig Proctor. So the real estate commission up there in his marketplace comes knocking on his door one day and said, hey, look, we've had a complaint. Oh, incidentally, the complaints that were filed against Marty Bennett were from competitors. Yep. They weren't from Mr. and Miss Homeowner or Mr. and Miss Buyer. Is that right?
That's right. Absolutely okay. No consumer harm.
All right. So that's the interesting thing about the way this works. And we're going to be talking about this more at the conference in terms of your presence in the marketplace and controlling the message. We've been working on it quite substantially here at the titanium level, but we're going to discuss that day one at the conference. Is that, yeah, you got to control the message, because the internet can get out of control in a real hurry, and people will look for reasons not to do business with you because it might be risky. So Craig Proctor gets a visit too, from real estate. Can we get complaints, Craig, from agents in the marketplace, your competitors? And we believe that you need to disclose all the conditions of your trade-up program, your guaranteed sale program. It's just too big. We got too many complaints from other agents that you're not really buying homes and all these kinds of things. So Craig says, okay. And he said, I'll put the conditions. Here's my conditions. And that's all he did. Agent and seller must agree on price and possession date. That was it. He said, that's your only condition. That's my only condition. And he will, because he will buy any house at the right price for him, as long as he agrees with the agent. So it was masterful. It was genius. It settled the issue for him. And I ran into similar stuff here in my marketplace. And even after I sold my real estate business, I was having the person that bought it try to get out of paying me. So they were looking for ways to try to do that. But bad people, competitors, will do things to undermine your business, no matter how successful or how honest or how righteous you are. It's no big secret that people try to undermine, Mother Teresa. There's a liberal ACLU argument, in our country, in the United States, that will try to undermine the best of intentions. So nobody's immune from it. Don't think that you are. So with that, let's get right into taking a look at your business, Marty, some of the things you're doing right now to generate business. And I'm going to throw stuff up on the screen. We'll try to make some time for a few questions from some of our members as well. And they're more than happy to weigh in there. But to go back to one point you made, yes, I stuck with you through this, and I didn't throw you out the door or pile on. And the reason I didn't do it is because I looked into it. I felt obligated because you're in our program and you're a high-profile person. But at the end of the day, Craig's judgment and my judgment is that you weren't hurting buyers and sellers. You weren't trying to skim or steal money from anyone. Because, as a matter of fact, you were loaning money out. And it just, you had a couple of people that you squeezed to repay you. So, they were bad dudes. So the lesson is, hey, be careful who you loan money to.
Yeah, I never loan money now.
Yeah, see, that's the bad thing about it. Sometimes people can keep you from doing good things, but that's part of the deal, man. But congratulations on getting beyond that and going through it at a level that, many of us hope that never happens, for us. But let's take a look at a few things, all right? So I'm going to open it up here. Kara sent me an email with a lot of your marketing stuff, so if it's okay with you, I'm going to run through it. All right, first question for you. Your home sold in 29 days. I think everybody can see it. I'll throw it up on the screen. It's on an email that she sent me. Your home sold in 29 days, guaranteed, or I'll buy it, plus pay you $1,000. How's that work?
Well, the days on market here right now are 66 days. So what I decided to do is cut it in half, so 29 days. And what happens is If I haven't sold it in 29 days, it's a firm agreement of purchase and sale with the guarantee that it's 95% of market value and 7% commission, and then I'll close it in 120 days from the 29 days.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, as you know, I was very resistant to doing this guaranteed home sale. Like, you know, it's taken me a couple of years to, I don't know why, I just was scared about it. And I've done it, and I'll tell you, anyone who's not doing it, do it. It brings in the calls and the leads. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've never had anybody say, wow, Todd, I sure am glad I didn't, you know, I waited to roll out the guaranteed sale program. I've never had anybody say that.
No, I wish I'd done it at the beginning.
Everybody does, but it's a matter of paradigm and getting your brain around things. And I completely do it, and we're very patient with people. And you know, we'll help anybody do it. And it's been, you know, Craig Proctor brought that to market back in the early 90s at the agent level, and it's been a big deal for many the thousands of people that have come through our programs. Okay, so a couple other things just on the email itself.
Okay.
Your referrals are always appreciated. Okay, and that's nice, but when you make a statement like that, you want to follow it up, if you're going to, with some sort of offer. Okay, why are they appreciated? How does it benefit you? How does it benefit me? And what is it you want me to do now? Okay. So this is a commonality among, you know, many of our members when they get into direct response marketing, is that you want to follow all the rules of direct response marketing, like you've done here. Okay, on your and I'm hoping everybody can see that. You know, it's kind of small on my screen, so maybe small on the viewer screens, but you're off here. Your home sold in 29 days guaranteed, or I'll buy it, plus pay you $1,000. Okay, that's a statement. That's a unique selling proposition, a performance guarantee statement. But what turns it into an offer is telling me what you want me to do now and what to expect when I do what it is that you want me to do. And you do that with the next two lines. To discuss the sale of your home, call me at this number. Or get a free report that details how this all works at this web address. Okay, so you've turned that performance guarantee into an offer. Okay, you can do the same thing with your referrals are appreciated. And I don't see any harm in, you already got other multiple offers on here, like, you know, sell your home, sell for more with our free home staging with up to $10,000 in furniture. Okay? According to the International Association of Home Staging Professionals, a staged home sells for up to 20% more, and up to 5 times faster than an unstaged home. Free facts at BennettFreeStaging.com. That's an excellent offer. And I'm assuming when I go to BennettFreeStaging.com, I don't know if we're going to have time to look at the landing pages as well, but when I go there, you should give me additional information, but stop short of giving me all the information. Instead, offer it to me in a free report in exchange for my contact info. So that's what the landing page should do, because the purpose of that landing page is not to educate me. That's the purpose of the information of the report that you're going to send me after I provide you with my contact info.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
okay, yeah, I got to do that. Okay.
Right. So you know, which is the same thing. When I go to homesoldguarantee.ca, it should offer me a free report on how this works. Not give me the report, but offer it to me in exchange for my contact information. You're not telling people that you're going to contact them, but that's the exchange. All right. So another one, investors, discover how to buy 3 homes for 1. That's signature for you. I think you probably have that trademarked, and I would fight to make sure that you keep it that way. Okay. As part of our Millionaire in 5 program, we will show you how to turn 1 property into 3. www.3homesfor1.com. So what you probably want to do here is the same thing. Like, you want to offer me either a free report or an invitation to some sort of event where I get to learn how this works, right?
Yeah.
So you just probably want to mention that here, you know, and you stop short of that in your offer. So you gotta tell me why I need to go to the website and what am I going to get when I get there. See, like you did here, free fax at. So probably what you want to do is you want to turn this for this home staging where it says free fax at. You could say free fax report at. And I go there and I can order the free fax report on home staging. Same thing here. I get to your website. What am I going to get? like free mini seminar reveals how.
Okay.
Yeah, for example. Same thing right here. It's just better with Bennett. Your home will sell faster, and your home will sell for more money. Okay. You could follow through with, guaranteed, because you do guarantee that here.
Okay.
All right. And always close with what you want me to do now. Okay. So I'm okay with multiple offers on your signature line. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. And because, look, this 29-day thing may not appeal to me, but getting 20% more may. I may be hell-bent on selling my house. I may be hell-bent on selling my house for sale by owner. So I'm just not I'm not interested in your guarantee. But home staging, I'm interested in that. So I click on that, I order the report, and you get me as a lead. Then it's up to you to convert. As examples of why those things are important, or multiple offers sometimes can be very beneficial on something as simple as an email. So good job there, and that'll give you some tips, and everybody listening some gold nuggets on doing it. All right, let's run through some of your other stuff. All right, so you just started recently your own real estate newspaper.
That's right.
I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. Kanata Real Estate Times, your local real estate connection. All right, a couple of things I would do here off the bat to improve the paper is go ahead and give the newspaper somewhere in here its own website and phone number, which will be your website and phone number, I guess. Like you could register KanataRealEstateTimes.com, KanataRETimes.com, and that'll just point towards your unbranded website, for example, and a phone number. You'll be amazed at the number of leads that you'll get just from that. Okay, point. Especially since it's on the main page. Now, the whole purpose of the article here, the main article, is to get people to read your paper. Mm-hmm. So the big mistake that Platinum members are making that are buying into this your own real estate newspaper is not spending enough time on this article. It's the key to the whole thing working. The article has to have some sort of relevant news. It's almost like the National Enquirer. Like the Enquirer does not sell their papers unless their front page is shocking enough to get people to say, holy crap, how does that work? Or holy crap, how did that happen? Or oh my God, I can't believe that. And inquiring minds just got to know, so they pick up the paper or the magazine and they move beyond the front page. So this main article here does have to have some shock value. And this is the part of the template that I really can't do, except I pasted some articles on the coaching site for members to look at and leverage, but most of them aren't shocking enough or interesting enough. Okay, so for example, how to sell your Kanata home for more, all right, is probably not as good as some homeowners discover how to sell their Kanata homes for up to 20% more, if that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so that's more interesting as a headline versus the one that you have. If I'm not ready to sell my house, probably not that interested, thinking about it in the longer time frames. But how some people are doing something and getting something that nobody else is getting that could very well impact me missing out on something, that is newsworthy.
Okay.
Example. Like my headline might say, 3 ways President Obama is killing real estate in Metro Atlanta. Oh, people would pick up that issue. I could sell them with that kind of headline because he's not a very revered guy. The real estate market is stagnant in Metro Atlanta, and a lot of people blame his policies for it. So I could leverage that. If it was a different president, I just plug his name in. Doesn't matter whether it's Obama or Bush or whoever it might be. It's just newsworthy and relevant to sell what it is I'm trying to sell. And in this case, I'm just trying to get people to read the paper because it's got your ads through the whole paper. All right. Now, as a rule, let me shrink this down just one more swatch here and make sure I still have my screen viewing on. So as a rule, on your own real estate newspaper, you always have your 2 best editorial ads on the front page.
Okay.
Now, you can run those editorial ads every single issue, but you can change the headline. So in case you don't know this, in the marketing manual that we give you, every editorial ad has 2 to 3 headlines in addition to the one that's highlighted in the ad. So you can just change the headlines around. But once you find editorial ads that pull better than others, get them on the front page. Okay. And they will also help people read the paper and turn the pages on it as well. So those are kind of the rules for newspaper and how to induce readership, I guess you might say. Outside of that, you're just taking out branded and unbranded ads throughout the paper.
Yeah.
And you're doing a good job there. You getting any response from your coloring contest?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Lots. And they're so cute. And then what we've done is we've put them on Facebook. And then we're going to be having people vote because I want, of course, more people to, like to get their leads, generate leads. And then, as I said to you, now we're going to be doing Athlete of the Week. So I'm getting someone to write that from the local high schools and stuff. And then I also... Right,
so parents have your child color this picture, tear it out, send it to us by a certain date, be entered in a drawing to win a $25 Walmart gift card. Why not take all of the coloring things at the end of the year and give away some bigger gift or prize or money toward a scholarship or something?
Well, that's a great idea. Okay.
And then leverage that as a PR event.
Well, that's a great idea. Okay. So we should just keep that coloring contest throughout the year. All right.
Yeah, I like that. Anything to get people actively involved in your in a cause or in your marketing. You're doing a great job. All right. So here's a USP ad on the back, and let's see. You got bedrooms, bathrooms. I mean, so these properties that you've got represented in your USP ad, I'll blow that up a little bit so people can see some of these pictures. But how do you choose what homes go into this ad?
Well, we're trying to put them near Canada. Okay. All of these are little neighborhoods near Canada.
Yeah, so I guess a better way for me to ask the question, if the newspaper is going to homeowners in the Canada area, the people that own the houses that are getting this paper, what kind of real estate would they be really motivated to go and buy?
They'd be looking at a move.
Yeah, that's the kind of houses. Well, that's exactly what should be in here.
Okay, the houses.
Whatever's going to move the person that's getting the paper. So if they're move-ups, then you would want to put move-up houses in there. If they're move-downs, move-up houses. If it's both, then you got to mix them up a little bit.
I guess I could ask other agents if they would allow me to advertise there, is that? Without the name? I don't know. Well, and that's a difficult topic for me to have or conversation to have on an open microphone. But for me, I only put houses in here that people really, really want. Okay. Whether I have them or not. Okay, got it.
And that's been the secret to making my ads work for years. And we've had lots of listings that we could have advertised, but nobody else wants them. So the last thing I'm gonna do is put an ad in the magazine for that house. I can't get any calls on it on anything else. The last thing I'm gonna do is spend more money on it.
Yep.
So the idea is to advertise what people want versus things they don't want. And that's the key to making all these ads. And this is why most real estate agents shy away from or don't invest money into USP ads. Okay, but overall, good job on the newspaper, but you'll get more responses from your house ads, your property ads, if they represent properties that people desperately got to have and want, which means, yes, that by the time the ad hits the shelf or gets their mailbox, this house, if it's really something that people got to have and are desperate to have, it's probably sold.
Yeah.
That's okay. It doesn't keep people from calling. You're not running these ads in here to sell this particular home. We're running it to generate a lot of buyers so that we can sell our listings. faster and for more money. So wherever you got to get those houses from, whatever they are, they're your listings, they're somebody else's, or off-market property. I don't care. That's totally your call. But they must represent homes that people really, really, really want, and otherwise, no cost.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Well, that's and so what we're doing here is we're getting an idea of all the things that you're doing to be very successful right now. I like this door hanging thing. I want you to tell me about why you're actually investing money into door hangers versus just popping them in the mail.
Well, the area that I've decided to go after is the move-up area. It's a relatively new development. Like the homes are 5 and 6 years old. But in the area, they have these called super mailboxes. So the postman does not go to their houses. They go like their little areas. Everybody has their own little post office. And the problem is people would take the mail like that's not their bills or whatever and throw it in the garbage. So when we did branded or unbranded postcards, we found we weren't getting them to the door. Also, Canada Post, being a federal facility, the costs are really, really high in Canada. So Kara, my marketing coordinator, discovered these door knockers. So the door knockers go right on the front doors. Also, they were $1,000 cheaper than doing postcards, and they were more effective because they were right at someone's front door, of course. And we changed, like we do different colors, orange or lime green and this turquoise. So we take them very vivid that you can't miss them when you get to the front door. And just as you had stated, we do it twice a month. So we do it unbranded and branded, and the response has been really very good. Less so with the buyers, but the sellers has definitely been very good.
Yeah, the buyer one we can probably improve, but if it were me, I think you're primarily doing this to get listings.
Yeah.
So I would stick with that. On one side of the card, it would say, homeowners, find out what your home is worth online for free. And on the other side would be, the area home sales report. Find out what homes in your neighborhood are selling for. I would absolutely put that on the other side. So you just take the postcard that's been very successful and just put it on both sides of the door knocker. The problem with the buyer one is that it doesn't make good marketing sense just looking at it. VIP, very important person. VIP has the implication that I have to be a part of something, or that you want me to become a part of something. So the word VIP and free don't really go hand in hand. So there's conflicting information internally in a prospect's mind. Plus, Bennett VIP Club absolutely means I got to join something or be a part of something. At least it does when I read it. So I'm not so sure that postcard, just the way it's laid out and designed, just the overall message of it is effective for you. If it were me, I would encourage you to take this one here. Canada homeowners, your home could be worth more than you think. Find out online. You got for a free, quick online home evaluation. And I'm not so sure home evaluation is the proper word to use there. If it were me, I'd say just find out online. Your home could be worth more than you think. Find out online at ottawahomeeval.ca. Looks like they're, you may want to, I don't know, that's probably okay. And I would repeat the URL. Quick, easy, and free. No cost or obligation. Using current market statistics, you can find out what your home is worth today. Online, so down here at the bottom, online. Let me blow that up a little bit so everybody can see. And I'll just, oops. Let me get me a little drawing tool here. Today, online, and then you put your URL right in here. Okay. Again, it's okay to repeat your URL at least 2 times. I always try to find a way to do it 3 times. And this is good. This is a good disclaimer down here at the bottom. Not intended to solicit whatever under contract. Sponsored by Bennett Property Shop. That's good. And then on the back, like I said, find out what homes in your neighborhood are selling for. All right, good job there. All right, so I like that. That's pretty good because, yes, that's one of the complaints that a lot of members have is in their marketplace they just can't get delivery of their materials to the person's mailbox because they don't have one.
Yeah.
So great job of finding a way to get around that. Like that. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go to the next thing here. Hang on one second. All right. So this is a USP ad. Move up to any one of my listings. Now buy your home for cash. Don't get stuck owning 2 homes. To get your free Bennett home evaluation worth $199, call or visit. Okay, so basically what you're telling me is what I can find out what you will buy my home for. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you may want to specifically say that. Okay.
Okay.
Move up to any one of my listings. I'll buy your home for cash. To find out how much you can sell your home for, or to find out how much cash you can get for your home.
Okay.
Just be more specific on it. Here's what you do now. And the same thing, what makes or breaks these USP ads for everybody watching today's webinar, I'm just telling you, is the actual properties. If the properties are not what the marketplace wants, high demand homes, you're just not going to get any calls. Right? And you use bullet points like 3-bedroom, 2 baths. That's if, for $267,900, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home is something that's in high demand. If it's average or common, then you probably just leave that out as a bullet point. Okay, what is hotottawaproperties.ca? Where does that give me?
Where is that? Sorry. Oh, it goes to the listing. All the listings, I should say. It goes to all the listings. All my listings.
You sure?
I hope so.
Make sure I'm spelling it right. Ottawa.
Ottawa? Is it Ottawa Hot?
Hotottawaproperties.ca?
OttawaHotProperties.ca. Yeah.
Hotottawaproperties.ca. You got it? Sure?
Is it not Ottawa Hot Properties? We'll have to. Can you scroll down for a sec? We'll just read it again.
I misspelled it. See, that's a problem when
it's too long, probably.
Hotottawaproperties.ca. Yep, that's it right there.
Okay.
Okay, so I get here, and basically I can do a free search. Is that right?
I have to open it. I know where it's at. I've got to test a lot of these URL addresses.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this real fast. This page right here I'm looking at. So when it says become a VIP buyer, receive personal list of properties including all hot new listings, search results for 350 max. So at any time do I have to give you my contact information?
Do you? No.
Yes, I don't think you're benefiting from that.
Okay, so we should have that they've got to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got to check all my URL addresses to make sure.
Yeah, well, this is just a landing page that I think you can.
Okay.
Like if it were me, hold on. If it were me, this is the page I would drive them to.
Which one?
Well, on this page, I'm forced to have to give you my contact information in exchange for getting a list of properties matching my home buying criteria.
Sorry, Todd. Which one? You're on Ottawa Hot Properties?
Yeah, but this is the page you want to drive them to. Get hot new listings. It's under the buyer tab. Get hot new listings.
Under the buyer tab.
Yeah, because the page you're driving them to, you're not benefiting from that at all. You're losing business.
Okay.
This is a much better page to go to. This one actually makes an offer.
Which?
But we just only see the PDF.
We only see the PDF. I don't know which one you're referring to. Sorry. Which one are you referring to, Todd? Get hot new listing?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I can. If you look on my screen, can you see that?
No, we can only see the ad.
Really? I'm just making sure my, let's see, audience view. Okay, so let's just make sure we have connection, make sure we don't have any connection issues. What you're looking at on my screen, you should be looking at on my screen, should be your landing page.
No, I'm just seeing the ad.
Bummer. All right, well, let's take a quick little break here for a second. Let me click on a couple of things on my handy dandy system so that I can.
Yeah, we can see your mouse moving. We just can't.
Yeah, because I'm showing your landing page.
Oh, isn't that weird? Yeah, all I can see is the ad.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Now I get to see what the... Hang on one second, and I want to make sure that all my systems are set up right, so everybody can bear with me real quick. All right, well, it looks, I don't know. It says that I'm showing you guys exactly what it is I want to be showing you. All right, so just to clear up, Marty, so you can't see the landing page?
Sorry?
You can't see the landing page?
No, all I can see is the ad.
Okay. All right, well, let me check my handy-dandy panel right here, and let's go to all of my attendees, and let me hear from someone to make sure that...
Not just me.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just you. That's right. So somebody's going to tell me right now if they can see. Just seeing the ad. Okay. Can only see the ad. Mark Gastineau. Can't see the landing page either. All right, I appreciate you guys doing that. So let me see what's going on here. Hang on one second. Just give me a quick moment, and I'm going to see if there's a... there it is. How about now? Can you see the landing page now, Marty?
Nope.
Wow.
Should we just shut the PDF down? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm fixing to give that a go.
As you know, I'm not very technical. I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of weird streaming issue here, but that's okay. I can figure it out, man. I'm quick. Better than me.
Yeah. Everybody just bear with me. How about now? What do you see?
Making money, Platinum Money Making Summit video update. Build your own paradise.
All right, it's just streaming slow. Wow. Okay. All right. Now, for the reference, on your landing page, okay, you want to go to the buyer tab on your website, and it's the hot new listings page. Okay?
Okay.
On your branded website, you'll see that. All right, that it'll be that under the buyers tab. Get hot new listings.
Okay.
That's where you want to drive them to. All right. Okay, so let's throw up another ad. All right, can you see that ad? This is actually
No.
the referral newsletter.
Yes, now I can. Yep.
All right. I don't know, maybe I had too many windows open and it was having a hard time sifting and sorting through all of the internet windows in terms of streaming.
Or I'm very popular. I don't know.
I don't know. Kind of weird.
Okay.
But whenever in doubt, just refer back to everybody watching and they'll tell me. All right, so anyway, so you're going after referrals. So you're leveraging the worthy cause. So tell us about that.
Well, what we did, this is for the Children's Wish Foundation, I think. Yep. So what we decided to do, of course, we got this from, Platinum and Titanium, and, we really wanted to help the Children's Wish Foundation. So we started working on referrals and doing this. We haven't had a lot of success. I don't know if it's because it's still new. But we put this, where do we put this, Kara? In all of our Christmas cards, and because we send Christmas cards, and where else did we send it? We did a direct mail, or
no, we just go to our current buyers and sellers and talk referrals.
Hey, maybe we should be interviewing Kara.
Yeah, well, I haven't know. So what we've done is we sent this to we categorized our database. So these are our A clients, the ones that we get a lot of business from and refer and, love us and talk. So we send it to them. We send it out with our Christmas cards, and we send it out to, again, when we sell properties, we sell gifts, and then we do a personal note, and we enclose that in there.
Okay. So here's what you want to do with your referral with your referral letter. Okay. Number one is it's direct mailed only to those most likely to refer. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to help everybody with this list. Can you see that?
Yep.
Number two, okay? Email out a short bullet point email to your entire database, okay? With link back to your blog page featuring your monthly referral newsletter. All right? So in other words, the email that goes out to everyone is just a short email. All right? And I've sent everybody an example of that in the last newsletter. Okay, 3. All right, so you're a big investor, and you're helping real estate investors, so you have a habit of communicating with a large database of people that buy multiple houses, right?
Yep.
So I'm assuming that every week you pick out some sort of example of a really good buy, and you put that out to your database, and you tell people, hey, look, here's a really great investment opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So we call this the best buy of the week, best buy of the month, whatever. And that's great because that positions you as a wealth builder, wealth creator, someone who knows a thing or two about selling real estate and buying real estate, helping people get rich investing in real estate. On everything you put out like that, you probably want to include some sort of PS referral offer. So find something else that you can leverage to make your referral offer on or part of or ride or piggyback on.
Okay.
And that would be one example. That's what we did. Because we primarily focused on our past clients and database when it comes to buying investment property or buying another house, that was who we focused our efforts on there. We would ride piggyback on that communication with our referral offer. We just want to keep it top of mind, okay?
Okay.
And make your referral offer on all of your new client agreements. So in other words, appointments. So if you're on a listing appointment or buyer appointment and you guys take down you get the listing or you get the buyer, you want to pull out your referral offer. In this case, hey, Mr. Seller, thanks. We're going to get busy here working on selling your house. Before I leave, one more thing. Who do you know that's considering making a move? Somebody at work, church, at school? And the reason I'm asking is we're on a mission here to raise $50,000 for X. And so your referrals actually help these kids. And you make that offer, and in order for your salespeople to remember, they probably need some sort of form to use when they're on those appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those are four ways for sure that you can be doing it. The fifth thing is you can call your database, and I just recommend the voice broadcast for that. So, for example, if I'm emailing everyone in my database, like this deal here, featuring my referral marketing news, then I'll call them all and I'll tell them that. Hey, I just sent you, this is Todd Walters, and I just recorded this special audio message for you just to let you know I just forwarded to you our monthly, market newsletter. In it, I discuss or share with you X. Oh, and remember, your referrals actually help the kids, and you make your referral offer. So this voice broadcast is, all of these things work together. So will one thing on its own get you a lot of referrals? No. But when you join them all together, all five of these things especially, you will see dramatic increases in the number of referrals that you get each month. It's just repetition of offers. Anyway.
And should I, Todd, so should I do that every month, the voice broadcast with talking about the newsletter and then?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You'll then raise your response rate for sure. All right, so let's take a look at a couple others, and then maybe we can get some questions here from some members if they want to talk to you. Some people may not want to talk to you. You're too intimidating, man.
No, I'm not. Okay.
All right, so on the screen right now, I just threw up here, I have over 5,000 buyers in waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So where's this at? How's this work, this page right here, this whole buyers in waiting deal? What are you doing with that?
We've made up our own bond, so we sent that out by email. Sarah's answer, I don't know, where do we send it out in?
It goes in our seller bond that the agents hand deliver before each listing presentation. So it's part of the several sheets that go with the
right. So you're using this as a pre-selling element. So before you show up to the appointment, your agent show up to the appointment, this is going ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just pre-selling the prospects that, hey, we got the buyers. You may be talking to some other agents, but look, we got the buyers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, no sweat. I would also include this, and we've talked about this before, in direct mail. So if I'm direct mailing expireds or for sale by owners, this would be part of the what's being mailed to them.
Okay.
So we talked about this, I think, at our last small group meeting, with the Titanium members. Remember, I said, look, there are basically 6 secret ingredients that make up the sauce, make up the soup of the unique selling proposition. Like, if you really want a strong USP, from the time you generate the lead, immediately you want to start painting this story and use all 6 ingredients to do it the best. And that is, number 1, you got the buyers. You can demonstrate that. You talk about it. It's part of your story. Number 2, you sell homes for more money, and you can prove it with statistics and the like. Number 3, you sell them in less time than the other agents out there. And you can back that up with statistical proof and evidence and other people saying it. Number 4, it's just more likely to sell. When you touch the house, it's more likely to go over and above some other agent getting their hands on it, or even the owner trying to do it themselves. Okay, and you can back that up with statistical proof or other people saying it so. Number 5 is exactly what I said, getting other people to say it for you, testimonials and the like, but not just any testimonial. Similar people. They either work in the same area, they work at the same place, they're having the same occupations, they've had similar experiences. So testimonials are massaged in such a way so as to the prospect getting them says, hey, that guy's in the same group I am. You know, whatever it might be. So if I'm direct mailing to expired listings, the common theme would be people in the same area and people that had their home on the market previously with other real estate agents that it didn't sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the testimonials are specifically about. If it's for sale by owner, same thing. People in the same area that were previously for sale by owner and it just didn't work for them. And then at the end is reverse the risk. So all of, you know, with your performance, like, okay, if your home doesn't sell, I'll buy. So all of those things make up the ingredients to pre-selling prospects effectively from the moment you get the lead. So whatever happens after you generate the lead, that story of all 5 or 6 of those things that I just mentioned to you are being told consistently throughout the process. Because it's not about just getting the listing or getting the buyer. We do that now pretty well. It's about getting the listing at our fee, which is higher, much higher than the other agents in the marketplace, and getting it at a better selling price. And conditioning or setting the prospect up to believe in us so that when we ask for referrals and testimonies, we're much more likely to get those as well. So that's the reason for that, for doing it that way. And we're going to talk more about that day one with Craig and I in Anaheim, but I wanted to make sure that everybody get a piece of that. So this is a great and powerful flyer that tells a wonderful story, and you actually back it up in writing that you're the agent with the buyers. So that's pretty good. Your call to action, though, which is down here in the bottom, to discuss the sale of your home, you're going to want to bold this for sure over here on the right-hand side at the bottom.
Okay.
Discuss the sale of your home. And if you can make this to discuss the sale of your home as big as your unique selling proposition or performance guarantee there, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, so don't assume people read, even though you read every word on the screen when you type it out, or your people type it out and you proof it, you read every word down through there. Don't assume your prospect does that.
Okay.
You know, the prospect's going to say, I got 5,000 buyers in waiting, and call me. You know, they may do those two things. Those may be the biggest things that register in their head, and avoid reading the content altogether. So just different personalities out there doing different things.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look then at a couple of other things with your pre-selling package. So right now I threw up on the screen, warning, lies, and misconceptions. I don't know if that's screened through yet, but down at the bottom of your flyer, I'm going to make a couple of recommendations that might help. First of all, great use of these proprietary materials. These materials are protected and copyrighted, only licensed to Platinum members here. So, but at the bottom, and I realize that it says this on the flyers that are on the website, but if it were me, my logo would translate into a picture of some people. Okay, so you've got the close elements of your family and your team there at your property shop. Just go ahead and put the faces there.
Where the logo is at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and then, and just instead of the word list, go ahead and say, you know, like, okay, to sell your home, call the Bennett Pros versus list.
No.
Yeah, versus list. Now, the reason is because over the years of increased amounts of competition, different words take on different meanings. Okay? So in a marketplace like Metro Atlanta, where people are just as much and just as likely to freaking put their home on the market for sale by owner, the word listing has taken on a negative connotation. They associate the word listing with agents that don't do crap. They're just going to list my house. I don't want to list with somebody who's just going to list my house or put it in the MLS. I need this thing sold. You know what I mean? So we're careful now about the words that we use, and that's just through years of experience and hearing. It's like the word, what's going on right now? The Washington Redskins. So if you're a Washington Redskins fan, there's a big battle waging over the use of the word Redskins because over the years, the word redskin has taken on a negative connotation. But when it was first rolled out, when pioneers first used those words, they said it was used in terms of respect because that's what the natives did. They painted their skin red. They used red paint, painted themselves red, and it scared the bejesus out of the soldiers. So it wasn't a negative word at all. But over time, it has come to it's translated into some sort of racial epitaph or something like that, and that's not its original meaning at all. If people knew their history. So yes, over time, words mean things. They change and do stuff like that. So not saying that's the case in Ottawa, but if it were me, what is it the seller wants to do? He wants to sell. So just use it to sell.
Yeah.
So and in a picture says more than a logo. So in terms of personal association, being able to buy into what it is that you're talking about right here. Okay, good. All right, let's see what else we got. This is one of my favorite flyers that we have in our marketing arsenal here. Make sure everybody can see that. Yeah. Who hires us? I just think this is probably one of the most powerful things we can do. Now, this is a gold nugget for that you can pass on to your sales team, Marnie. It's important to know. It's important to know the occupation of the people that you're going to go sell to. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if the person that you're going to sell to is a sales professional or market-oriented entrepreneur, there are certain words that you will use to describe what it is you do for them that they will relate to versus other words that the salesperson might not use. Now, does this mean you're going to get the listing or not get the listing? No. But the reason we're there is not just to get the listing, but we got to get it at our fee. And your fee's higher than the average agent in the marketplace. Okay, so words are going to impact whether you can actually pull that off or not to build trust and everything. So if I can convince a sales professional or a market-oriented entrepreneur that we're the best person for the job because we see eye to eye on things, he's going to be more likely to buy into my higher fee. Okay?
Okay.
So these paragraphs really mean things. So, for example, if I'm an exceptionally busy couple, and that's where, my wife and I rarely see each other. We may be a CEO or business owner, but what's top of my mind is that my wife and I are just really busy. So I immediately gravitate to this paragraph. Okay? It may skip CEO, business owner altogether, just based on my own paradigm. But at the end of the day, this flyer covers everyone, it's supposed to. And again, you can say to list your home, call the Bennett Pros app. And you could do that. And I would throw in again down here your picture of yourself and your team. Key people.
Okay.
Yeah, you got some good looking people there, smiling faces. Your daughter was a former beauty pageant star.
Yeah, Miss Canada.
Right? What's Lindsay's her name?
Yeah, Lindsay was Miss Canada.
Yeah, Miss Canada. I mean, come on.
Okay.
That's not everybody that has Miss Canada in their on their team. Let's look at a couple others. All right, Taylor, let's go to
Should I put a USP under hers? Still single, looking for a good.
Hey, yeah, whatever works.
Go ahead.
You might want to ask her, though.
Okay.
Attention condo buyers. You can become a condo VIP buyer, beat out other buyers on hot condo listings. There probably should be 2 hot condo listings there. Any traction with this postcard or no?
Yeah, it's very good. And we, of course, we just target it to condo buildings in the downtown Ottawa. We get a good response.
So are these people that are living in the condo want to buy another condo, or do they want to, or are they renters that want to buy? What is that?
There's a lot of renters in the downtown, so, they're renting from investors. So, yeah, like normally a building in downtown Ottawa is 50% investors, so it's got tenants in it.
I got you. Okay, cool. I like that. Great use of
I took yours and just sort of turned it around a bit.
That's cool. All right, so neat stuff, though, man. You got some really great stuff going on here. We can't get through it all today because we're about out of time, but what are a couple of the big issues that you're having in your business today and that you don't mind asking me on an open mic?
Oh, okay. Well, as you know, I should have hired a database manager. That was a mistake I made with ISA. So I spent the whole weekend on your website, which people should spend time. It's like awesome. So I was on your file library, and I did all. So as you know, I was having a problem with the script with my ISA. They were talking too much and not following the universal script. So I listened to Craig's calls that are on there. And so what I'm doing now is I have the new database manager starting next week, and I'm allocating everything. And what I want to make sure is the database manager, and I'm not calling them a manager because people get upset when someone has a title as a manager, so they're going to be called database coordinator. And so what I want to make sure is this person I'm following, I think it's the lead management system that you have there that I believe Craig's wife had done. Is that I want to make sure I have my system in place before the database manager starts. So do I just follow all your PowerPoint presentations you have there and let her, she's the one that makes all the notes when the inquiries come in. And what my question was, is the ISA on the database management, when they're talking to the clients and get the face-to-face appointment, should they put the notes into the database system, or should they just themselves just, I don't know, email the database manager? I don't know what's the best way to do that.
No, that's a really good question. And I guess to answer your question specifically, it's going to be really whatever works for you in your real estate business.
Okay.
Okay, so here's how it worked in Craig's, and I just kind of duplicated what he did. The leads would never go directly to an agent or the inside sales agent. They just never did. They went to Craig early on, then they went to Catherine, and it pretty much stuck that way for the rest of his career. So there may be somebody else putting the lead into the contact management system, but Craig believed that was more important than, quote, the speed of calling back the lead. Right?
Okay.
So if you don't have the lead, then you can't affect speed on calling them back. And you can't affect the outcome. Now, some members have decided to sacrifice actually harvesting and capturing the contact's information and getting it to the best prospect in return for speed of callback. And my personal experience on it is speed of callback doesn't mean crap unless the person calling them back is really good, like really good. Doesn't matter how fast you call them back. So so the point is that if you don't have the contact's information in a place like your contact management system, you're going to have a real difficult time, I should say, in moving the lead along to somebody else who may be better at calling them back if you do give it out to someone. So the lead goes into your contact management system, whether it's a database coordinator or office manager, but this is a very important person. It's in there. They know it's in there, and then they, based on your rules of engagement, who gets the lead, they make sure that person gets it. And then within a couple of days, they're looking back at this prospect, this lead that they gave to this person to see what's going on, if they're being called, if they're being followed up on, if something's happened. And if it's not, then they just move it along to somebody else or decide what the problem is, discuss it to you about it, or to the person they gave the lead to.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the primary job of the database manager, is to make sure the leads are in a place that you can see them. If salespeople should leave or should not call them back, that you got. And is the lead being given to the best agent for the callback? And is the prospect even being followed up with? And if not, what are you going to do about it? Who's going to call them back? So that's the database manager's job. Now, next question. Agent gets the lead from the database, from the quarterback, the database manager.
Yeah.
Calls back the lead, has a good conversation with him. So now your thing is, well, how do we get the notes from that conversation into the contact management system? I'm just telling you that's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be a battle. It's always going to be a fight. But that's okay. That's a good battle to wage because it forces communication on what the hell's going on with the prospect.
Okay.
Right? Some people will do a good job of putting notes in or sending them over to someone else to type in, via text message or cell phone. But there's really no excuse for not communicating with the other people on your team or a salesperson not communicating with administrative people on what's going on with a particular prospect and what the result was of the conversation. It's not a hard thing to do with technology today.
Okay.
Right? And it's just, you just lay that out in the beginning. This is kind of how it works. We're going to give you the lead and or the appointment, and in return for that, you got to let us know how it's going, and here's how you do that. Okay, here's a cell phone, and here's a little button you type on it. You type in a few notes there so that we know what's going on, just to give us an idea, and that will let me know whether we can kick other systems into gear to help you out or to give you more leads or less.
Okay.
That's it.
The other good tool I found on is that agent manual. I think it was written in 2006. That was on your file library. I did that this morning with all the agents. It's awesome. That's a great tool. So I'm doing more real stories with the agents now and teaching them how to negotiate and how to use your performance guarantees to close the deal.
Yeah, good. Well, look, man, you're doing great. You're going to sell a bunch of houses this year. You're going to be you'll be one of the top real estate agents in all of Canada for as long as you want to be, it sounds like to me. So keep up the good work on it. Now, what about your radio show?
Oh, I did. Oh, Evie, I did exactly what you told me to do. So as suggested, I have my live radio show. So you had said to me to be more purposeful and to target each segment, and that saying that it's a special report depending on the topic. So I selected the topic you suggested. I had two different ones, one for how to get a monthly retirement paycheck, and the other one was on the guaranteed home sale. And I had a special free report just for the listeners only. And and I had the announcer position me as I've sold over 9,000 homes, #1 in the world for 2 years, beating 93,000 agents. Talking about, giving me some accolades, and how he said it, for people who have never listened to this show before, is how he started. Anyway, at the end of the show, we got 41 registrations from that show for my investment seminar. Like, that's a record I've ever done. So thank you so much. It was awesome. Yeah,
did you get do you have a transcript of it, or at least a transcript of the offers that you made?
Yep, and I can also send you it's online. I can send you the podcast of it as well.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll listen to that when I get a chance. But the main thing I'm interested in is the offers. You talking on the show, you're using relevant content, interesting information, but we tend to forget why we actually do these things. Look, I've been guilty many times of forgetting why I'm actually doing a seminar sometimes, and it's to genuinely make an offer to do something very specific. So I get in this teaching thing, and I'm having a good time, and people are benefiting, they're engaged, and you get high off of that. But at the end of the day, we're there to make an offer and sell something. So the purpose of your radio show is that, just to generate leads. So you're going to make an offer, and whatever that offer is, you're going to make it repeatedly several times during the show. So that's what I'm interested in. I want to see that transcript of your offer. So if you want, you send me the podcast, or I suggested that you write your offer down so you got it written so you can read it, so you can forget.
I had it in front of me at 22 font, so I wouldn't forget. So,
but anyway, congratulations on the success of that show. They'll only get better now that you kind of got that figured out.
Yeah, I could have done a better job, but I'll get the hang of it. But it definitely needed. It was a turnaround.
Absolutely. All right. Well, great job. All right. So let's see. We got time for just a couple of questions here. So I'll. where do you use this? The Who Hires the Bennett team? And you said that you use that in your pre-selling materials.
Yeah. So what the agents are supposed to do, they go and deliver this. I don't have a courier right now, so they go and deliver it ahead of time. But I'm going to find out as I'm sitting here, because I don't think they're doing it. So but maybe they are. I don't know. So I'll find out. But that's when we do it. It's what you had told me. The more information we can give people ahead of time, the better that it is. You know, that then they can spend less time educating themselves on the company.
All right, next question here, and then we're going to wrap it up after this. The staging. Is there a way for you to pay for staging, or is that part of the cost of doing business? How's the staging offer being paid for?
I've upped my real estate. So I've worked, it's very interesting. So what we do is we get a lot of listings from this. We get a lot of vacant properties. My commission is much higher with staging. I've sort of taken your guaranteed home sale aspect and I've tossed it into the staging. So I have the Schedule B attached that they have to do the reduced prices. If they want to cancel the deal, though, there is a termination clause which pays for all of my costs, like the moving and so forth. They have to give me a deposit fee as well. And then what I do is in order to keep the staging there, they have to, 30 days prior to the expiry of the listing, they've got to extend it another 60 days minimum, or I take the furniture out.
There you go.
So, you know, as I know, I take a lot of the great things you have, and I just, when I'm thinking of something new to do, I learn from that.
And you do a good job of that, no question. All right. Excellent. Hey, great work, Marnie. I want to thank you for, sharing a good bit of what you're doing today, what's working, what not, allowing us to kind of spend the time to work on your business as well, so that as you implement, you can make these things even better. Just a great job on implementation, though. And I like your ready, fire, aim approach at things, is that fast implementation, and then you can kind of tweak it as you go to make it better. That's where a lot of people get stuck. So, great job on that.
Well, I want to thank you. If it wasn't for you and Craig, I don't know where I'd be. So it's great having a helpline. My new tagline, as you know, is help.
Yeah.
So, and all the members are great. Titanium's has been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great group of members we have. The Platinum program is definitely the best millionaire agent maker program on the planet. People just have to engage, and and I say this often. Look, your ability to copy and implement, how fast you can do that will dictate how fat and how fast your business grows. So with that, we're going to wrap up today's program. Thanks again, Marnie. Looking forward to seeing everybody in Anaheim here, not too awful long away. And we'll go sell some houses. Thanks again, Marnie.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.